What is up, my viewers and subscribers? I am Mike Wayne, aka Rebel 180. Now, this is my NXT review, but before I start, I am going to put a link to my earlier video in the description, episode 6 of Storytime with the Rebel. If you feel like it, please go check that out. Rate, comment, whatever. Share your thoughts. So here we go. NXT opens up with Baron Corbin, the newest addition of NXT, going against some random jobber. I don't want to bother remembering his name because he's not going to matter. So apparently, obviously Baron Corbin wins with the End of Days, which is sort of like a... it's hard to explain. It's sort of like pay dirt, except it looks a lot cooler, and in real life couldn't be done without the help of your opponent, obviously. Next up is a Sami Zayn promo, which Tyson Kidd interrupts, and poor Tyson, man, like, he's just stuck on NXT. He can't get any higher than that. He's stuck being in feuds with rookies and all this, and it's getting old, right? Just demeaning him all the time. And speaking of demeaning, Sami Zayn throws a few jabs at Tyson, saying, you need to call your wife to set up a match between us or whatever. Just ridiculous stuff. And the next match is Lucha Dragons versus a jobber team. I think, see, I forgot their names because it doesn't really matter. But they call themselves Team Thick. I mean, they were kind of impressive in it. One of them caught, I think it was Sin Cara, and did lifted him up in a suplex sort of thing, and all this. And now, every once in a while, I'll have a problem with how a person wins, because sometimes they'll do like a fluke type pin, like a roll up or something. But this was actually kind of acceptable. The Lucha Dragons pick up a win because Sin Cara does some sort of top rope victory roll. And I'm okay with that because it looks like it would hurt in real life. It looks like it would hurt in an actual match, The next one is Becky Lynch versus Charlotte. Becky, of course, is the only Irish ginger that I've ever seen with a tan. It's weird. Charlotte, of course, picks up the win, but both women put on a classic technical match with holds and arm drags and all this great stuff. And so, yeah. Next up is, well, it was supposed to be Enzo and Big Cass versus the Legionnaires, but that ended up not actually happening because Sylvester LaFleur sort of accidentally yanked off the Kurt Angle wig of his partner Marcus Louis, and then Marcus Louis just snapped and beat the hell out of Sylvester LaFleur, and I would too. I mean, LaFleur is the reason why he's bald. So maybe they're setting up for a Legionnaires breakup, and so there's probably going to be a feud between them. And so there. And then, Big Cass goes, well, we can't have it end like this. So he brings out some sort of jobber wearing blue pants, and he calls her Blue Pants and all this. And then Carmella shows up. Impressive skills, impressive in-ring skills by Carmella. She wins with some sort of head scissor choke hold. Like, like a leg scissor chokehold, I should say, and it was kind of impressive, you know. Uh, you don't see it that often. You don't see submission moves like that every day. And so now the main event, Zayn versus Kid, very competitive matchup. Both men going back and forth, trading signature moves. Um, and of course, Zayn wins with the Aluva kick, which is just really a big boot in the corner. Uh, but because it is the WWE and pro wrestling, pro wrestlers have to have unique names for their finishing moves, even if it is just the same old move that everyone else does. But all in all, this was a really good show. I'm glad I watched it. Uh, I had a few problems with the network because of the lag, but it's mostly my bandwidth. I have very weak bandwidth. But apparently, the next two matches were announced. Now, before I get into that, though, I forgot to say Adrian Neville was interviewed, and he says that he is getting tired of the main roster people coming on NXT and trying to scare everyone, intimidate them. So he challenged Titus O'Neil to a title match, which is kind of weird. Why would you challenge some pro from the main roster to a rookie title? And I'm getting kind of tired of that because isn't the whole point of it being a rookie title is that rookies compete for it? And I hope that Sami Zayn gets it because that might mean that Adrian Neville is going to be a part of the main roster. Then again, we had a. Then again, they had a situation where what was it? Uh, Paige ended up being the NXT champion while she was the Divas champion. They took the title away from her, whatever. Um, and there was also a confrontation between Becky Lynch and uh, Sasha Banks and that whole thing. And Sasha Banks goes on this usual heel speech about how you can't get to the top being nice and all this stuff. And it's just typical heel stuff, typical heel nonsense, basically. And so the next two matches were, of course, Titus O'Neil versus Adrian Neville, and then Sasha Banks versus Bayley, pretty much. So please remember to, if anyone is watching, please remember to rate and comment. And if you are watching, and if you want to, you can go check out. You can click on the link in the description and go check out the video I uploaded earlier, episode 6 of Storytime with the Rebel. I am Mike Wayne, aka Rebel 180. So long for now.